week, Madam Cecilia Dapaah was trending because of a story that broke that her maids or her househelps have stolen $1 million, 300,000 euros, and millions of Ghana cedis from her or from her home. Now, this morning at 11:55 a.m., the special prosecutor has placed her under arrest. She has been arrested. Now, this is the press release from the special prosecutor. Oh yes, the office of the special prosecutor. Press release: Cecilia Dapaah at 11:55 GMT on 24th July 2023. Cecilia Dapaah, who resigned from the position of Minister of Sanitation and Water Resources on 22nd July 2023, was placed under arrest by the Office of the Special Prosecutor in respect to suspected corruption and corruption-related offences regarding large amounts of money and other valuable items reportedly stolen from her residence. Ms. Dapaah is being questioned by authorized officers of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And this is signed 24th July, just a few hours ago from when this video is being recorded. She has been arrested. Now, even before this arrest, she released two statements. The first one, she was saying that there were some inconsistencies in the story. But that press statement, there were inconsistencies in that press statement. And then she released another one, which is a resignation letter, which the president has accepted. We'll check those ones out, and then we'll check out some two videos of some people who were trying to defend her or trying to make sense of her story and why she has that amount of money in her home. I'm the Headless YouTuber, there's Headless Reactions. Alatari, Yanka! So in case you don't know what is going on, Madam Cecilia Dapaah, Sanitation Minister, she filed a report to the police. It is now a court case. Her maids stole $1 million, 300,000 euros, and a lot of Ghana cedis. Also, they stole some things like bags, kente cloth, suits, and stuff like that. If you don't know anything about it, there are links in the description. Yes, you can watch this video. So this is the first statement that she released on 21st July. Statement from Cecilia Dapaah. I refer to publications dated 21st July 2023 suggesting that I own $1 million, 300,000 euros, and millions of cedis which have been stolen from my house. There are noticeable inconsistencies between what is being discussed in the public domain and the truths. I don't know if it's the truth of the original complaint, but they've written the thrust of the original complaint on the matter. I am taking steps to examine the origins of the inconsistencies and will provide a detailed response in the coming days. Now, this thing that she brought, the letterhead, her name spelling in the letterhead is different from her name spelling in the body, the title, the body, and also the signing. Because you see the Cecilia at the top, there's Cecilia at the letterhead. And look at her name down there, Cecilia. So you that you are saying there are inconsistencies in people's discussion of the money, You too, there are inconsistencies in your press release. And then she came with another one, and this one is her resignation letter that she sent to the president. Mr. President, letter of resignation. Now this one, she has corrected the mistake in the letterhead. So which letterhead has she been using for official things? Is it the CECE or this one? What is going on? Now she said, Mr. President, letter of resignation, and this one is 22nd July. I write to inform you that I wish to resign from my position as Minister of Sanitation and Water Resources. It has been a great privilege and honor for me to have been given the opportunity to serve in your government, and an even greater honor to have worked to try to bring your great vision for our country into fruition. Okay. Since yesterday, Friday, 21st July 2023, social and traditional media have been full of stories about a court case involving a theft that took place last year in my home, in the home I live with my husband and daughter. The stories sought to suggest that I own various huge sums of foreign currencies and millions of Ghana cedis which have been stolen from my home. Whereas I can state emphatically that those figures do not represent correctly what my husband and I reported to the police. I am very much aware of the import of such stories around someone in my position. I am resigning therefore because I do not want this matter to become a preoccupation of government and a hindrance to the work of government at such a crucial time. Such a crucial time, getting close to election next year. She doesn't want this kind of thing to bring some kind of, debt on the government so that they cannot break the aids. Fine. Now she's saying that she wants to state emphatically that the $1 million, the 300,000 euros, and the millions of Ghana cedis that is being discussed, that is not it. The figures are wrong. She didn't state the right figures, but she said those figures are wrong. That's not the figures that they reported to the police. So that means the figures they reported to the police could be higher than that or lower than that. But she didn't state the right figures in the letter. No problem. Also, I intend to cooperate fully with all state agencies to enable them fully establish the facts. I have no doubt whatsoever that at the end of the process, it will be fully established that I have conducted myself with integrity during my period in public service, and I will be fully exonerated from all the allegations that have filled the public domain in the past 24 hours. I thank you, my dear Mr. President, for the honor done me in giving me the opportunity to serve our beautiful nation, Ghana. Sincerely, Cecilia Dapaah. Okay, so with this letter of resignation, she's trying to say that yes, she's thanking the government for giving her the position in the name, but the amount of money they are saying is not what was reported. But those who have seen the court documents, if you look at the court documents, it's the same thing. Okay, let the agencies do their work and let's see. Now, people were asking that for such an amount of money to be stolen from her, that she didn't even notice until they caught the person stealing now. Then it means there was more there. Where did the money come from? The $1 million, where did it come from? There were videos circulating where she accounted for $43 million that they used that money to be sold to the Odo River, which is a circle that, yes, they used $43 million to be sold that gata. So some people are saying that, okay, maybe that was where some of the money came from. Watch this video.
A portion of the World Bank's $570 million economic pump for Ghana was to enable Accra become the cleanest city in Africa. Specifically, $200 million was to finance the Greater Accra Integrated Development Initiative. This initiative is a transformative urban project tailored to bolster the city to become safer, more resilient, and cleaner. What is the status of this project?
Mr. Chairman, the component for my ministry is $43 million, and I think I spoke about it earlier. That is to take care of the Odo Basin, to clean it up, and to cap the heaps of waste that we see around the basin. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Now, while all these speculations are going on, definitely there are some people who are doing the Sergio Ramos job so hard that they are defending her. And two of the people, one is Clement Wilkinson. He spoke on UTV. And also Dr. Henry Kwabna Kokofu. He spoke on TV3. And if you listen to the kind of reason they were given for the possibility of there being that amount of money in her home, you know that yes, there are levels to defense. This is what Mr. Clement Wilkinson said on UTV. Watch this video.
Na obi ka say I didn't know this is can go need dem sir. Won say mama Cecilia Dapaah be ye 1 year ni wanya ayi akase mienu. Eyi. Ni brother penin wi. E ko ye yi. Ni sister ni mama yankasa. Oh yeah.
Odi asem na mi.
Oh, me say me cancel.
You say do Obeka.
Me cancel. Me cancel.
Now, from where he has started the argument, you already know that this is going to be something outrageous and out of this world, and you can't tell me this. He has house in the recent year.
Me can't say 1 million sikano or the fee years as some make a son. Okay, me can't some say, we will be sassy in the scano at that ni demo. Okay. The woman is a year box near this kagumono. Box no bonus and yet transparent. And this ballot boxes now you know. Blood the Casa is here no can say, Okoye Juma 40-something million. Dollars.
Or the
a company been a year say man. And that company no I give $40-something million. Minimum, but every year as a crown company bet you have money $2 million. Say the bonus one. Make it is answer our bar on the business schedule. Say obi discuss ko sini dem mo until say you be who the source of money no yent mean chere tinchina say we are bicycle. That is what I want to say.
Oh no, but how can you tell me the story? How can you tell me the story? You see, now this man is insinuating that okay, so because of the funeral, the box that they use for the funeral contribution is dark. It's not transparent. So the people that she gave that 43 million contract to, they could have come to the funeral and say, oh, sorry for your loss. You helped us by giving us this $43 million contract. So we are doing funeral contribution and we are putting $2 million in the box. How can you tell me the story? Now, there's a difference between loyalty and okay, it's okay, I don't want to insult anybody. It's okay. Now, this is what this man went to say on UTV. And then Dr. Henry also said something on TV3. Listen to his own.
The practice of keeping monies in homes is not to be encouraged. I, for one, I do not know how I would be able to do that because I can't sleep. But the point is, until investigation proving otherwise, we are here in this country, and you go to East Legon and others, lands are being sold for $150,000 per plot.
It's even more.
Even more. So $200,000. So if somebody has 5 plots and sells them, $1 million is on hand easily.
But you don't take away that concern.
It does not
support.
It does not. It does not take away. But I'm saying I'm trying to draw the point up how you can realize monies in the scheme of things legally without necessarily engaging in corruption.
How can you tell me this story? Defense. This man too is saying that yes, they are selling lands, plots of land for like $200,000 at somewhere East Legon and all those places. So if somebody owns 5 plots and the person should sell 5 plots, then the person has $1 million. Look, you see the kind of defense that this is a serious issue, but some people are just trying to throw some dirt and some doubt in there so that it will be like, okay, since there's no concrete, like they are just trying to create reasonable doubts in the minds of people. But whatever it is, now that she has resigned, let's see what the investigations will go. But if you want to know the full gist and what exactly the maids stole from the woman, watch this video. And no.